Hey guys, what's going on? It is Mike here, or Personal Growth Now. Welcome to another installment of the Down to Earth podcast. This is your host, Mike, or Michael, or better known as Personal Growth Now. Now, welcome to this space-themed podcast. We're talking about quantum mirrors. We're talking about quantum jumping. Now, I have been studying quantum mechanics and quantum physics. I've been very interested in it for the last 3 years or so, and I'm going to share some of my thoughts and opinions within about this 9 or 10 minute span of the podcast. Now, thank you for joining. We're talking about quantum jump. We're talking about manifesting alternative realities. Now, whenever we're sleeping, we go into a more of a delta wave state. It's almost like a state akin to hypnosis. And in this state, we are very susceptible. Our subconscious mind is beginning to open, and it is open as we relax. That's why I actually dedicate a lot of my time and energy on this channel to my meditative episodes or meditation videos. By the way, check out our playlist tab. Go to Personal Growth Now on YouTube, and there you will find the About Me section, and there will also be playlists. You'll see the tab playlists, and check out different motivational videos. Check out all of our podcast episodes. Check out our snippets. There's a lot of valuable resources in our playlist tab, so definitely check those out before we jump into today's topic. Now, I brought up the whole subconscious delta wave state because we're talking about quantum jumping, right? We're talking about entering a new dimension. We're talking about manifesting a parallel dimensional reality. We are always changing parallel dimensional realities based on our vibration. Now, the law of vibration decrees that everything vibrates. Nothing rests in this universe. You know, as Bob Proctor has often stated in many of his videos and motivational videos, and the knowledge that he has gathered through the last 50 or 60 years of studying this material. I do believe it's somewhere around 65 years he's been studying this material, and I get a lot of my material I derive and get a lot of the material from him because I've been studying Bob Proctor for many years, as well as many others. But we're talking about the law of vibration. Well, the law of vibration decrees that everything vibrates, nothing rests. And as Bob Proctor has once stated, he's given the example that even a body in a coffin, a dead body in a coffin, is, although it's dead, it's still moving. And you would question, well, really? Is it really alive? Are particles really dancing before our eyes? Yes, my friends, because how else would the body actually break down to dust if it was not moving? So where am I going with all this? Well, we're talking about the law of vibration. Well, based on how we are vibrating and the vibrational rate of our bodies, which is dictated by our subconscious level of thought. It's that delta wave hypnotic state that we can reprogram ourselves for success, that we can reprogram ourselves for abundance. The subconscious dictates. I actually check out our playlist tab, and there was a podcast more than a few weeks ago, a couple months ago, that I upload, and it says the subconscious mind. For more information, check that video out in our playlist tab on our channel. That's a very educational source for understanding the subconscious in its entirety. Now, it can be reprogrammed, and through our imagination and through our visualization and through our vibration, because see, that's what really attracts to us what we want, because it is only through the level and the law of vibrational realities and the level of vibrational frequency that we are casting off, or we are feeling. In other terms, it's what we feel that dictates our vibrational frequency most of the time. So, in order to change this, my friends, in order to manifest a quantum leap, in order to really understand this material, we have to understand that we are always vibrating at a default vibration. And according to that default vibrational set point that we emit, that attracts to us certain events, circumstances, and situations that align with that same level of frequency. Well, what is frequency? We know frequency based on how we feel, what we feel. So that's the key right there. We want to plug into things that feel good. We want to listen to certain music that feels good, especially before bed, because we are offering the universe a little bit more of our higher self, or our subconscious self, if you will. And that is the time in which the mind is wide open and we can more easily reprogram ourselves for success and happiness and wealth and abundance. So in conclusion, last week we made a podcast talking about our focus, and it's the same thing. But we can more easily take control of our subconscious program, in which our subconscious governs over 95% of our lives, because it's how we feel most of the time that governs what we attract to us by way of law of attraction. So I keep hammering something out on this channel, and that is that we are not victim to circumstance. We must consciously take control of our lives through understanding this material and then applying the material. A final word of help in order to quantum leap or quantum jump that I have been doing recently and currently is utilizing our imagination. So as I'm going to bed, right before I go to bed at night, I turn on a meditation or a song, some sort of musical song that uplifts how I feel. Then while in that state, while using the imagination, which comes to us as images on the screen of our minds, I then visualize my dream life. I visualize attaining my goals. I visualize having already attained the goals. And I go in, and you can create whatever scene that you want. It can be a scene out in nature. It can be a made-up scene, a sci-fi themed scene. You can be in space. I've done that a little bit. If you can walk it out in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. This is an absolute law. The imagination, as said by Albert Einstein, is a preview of what's to come in your life. Now, this is for good, bad, or indifferent, so you better be mindful and visualizing what it is that you do want. This is why I always talk about focus on this channel, because we must be very, very intentional. You must write down what you want on physical paper, and then you must visualize this and intentionally go through the conscious mind in order to take full conscious control. And then perhaps through repetition, we can reprogram our subconscious mind, thus yielding us our desired results. But remember, it must be very consistent, so do not stop after 5 or 6 days. If you are seeing results, you must keep going until the goals are achieved, and even then you should begin on your next vision, your next decision. So remember, just before going to sleep, be sure to walk out your imagined reality visually in your imagination. You want to make sure that if you are going to manifest it, you must convince the subconscious mind through intense feeling or elevated emotion. So that part, in order to get what you want, is non-negotiable. It must be done with elevated emotion or intense feeling. Lastly, in ending off this podcast, go ahead and utilize in your visualizations before sleeping the quantum mirror, as I like to call it, or a stargate. You want to visualize yourself in that elevated emotional state and in that good, positive, uplifting, loving wholeness vibration that we feel in our heart. Visualize in third person yourself, and you are standing there about to enter that part of yourself, and you are quite literally stepping into that person. But that person offers exactly what you want. This person is whole. They are complete. They are healed. They have everything that you currently desire already achieved, already done. And the last step of that is to picture the setting. And then with that elevated emotion, of course, you're literally stepping in to that body. And you are becoming, in a sense, your doppelganger that actually already has what it is that you want. So that is a quantum leap. That is a quantum jump. If you do this with a heightened level of awareness and you are using the convincing feeling, the convincing emotions, you will begin to see results, my friends. So happy manifesting. And this was the quantum jump. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned a little thing or two. We went a little bit over our time, But go ahead and check out our other videos on our playlist tab, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.